So I want to do a little flip through video, as I've already found out. I'm in my laundry room. Lighting's kind of okay, but I'm going to be showing you kind of up here. So, and there's a dog behind me. I've been found! Oh no! So, we use Handwriting Without Tears. We love it. My kids go through it pretty much in half a year, but I just like it because it gives them something to do and it's their handwriting. And if I don't get to it every day, I know it lasts. Like, since we go through it so fast, it's okay if we don't get to it one day. So, I wanted to kind of do a flip through of each of the books because even just looking at some samples, it's kind of hard to see. So, this is the preschool one, and it is my first school book. So, this is what they do for pre-K. And we do have the instruction manuals. We really don't use it. Because we do everything I feel like is kind of in here. So it says big line, little line. And this is how we instruct our preschooler. Hey, baby. And his is basically, so this is preschool tracing. It's almost all, it is all tracing. Like, I didn't want to quote myself. And what's nice is there's a lot of coloring if you have a colorer. If not, it's just a trace. It's, I have one that is more of a colorer, one that is not. So this worked really, really well. And then they do add in numbers at the end, if I'm correct. But it is all, here's numbers, yeah, uppercase. And so if you use the wood, it shows you how to do it. Do wet, dry, erase. Which if you know Handwriting Without Tears, that's what they do. Okay. So pre-K, A to Z, alphabets, uppercase, tracing. I don't like my husband watching me do videos. Okay, here is Kinder, and letters and numbers for me. Now this one seems to be a pretty good mix. Here is what you can get access to this on their website, or even christianbooks.com, which is where we order ours. So they do uppercase and lowercase in kindergarten. And now they're not tracing. So they still have the examples, the wood blocks, and the chalkboard, but now they start really introducing these blocks for them. You do not have those little gray boxes on this one. That's pre-K. But in Kinder, we get, and it just moves at a little bit faster pace for sure. So there's about halfway through. Mommy. Yes, baby. And then it goes to here. This, the only book I don't have is first grade, and basically this is what first grade book looked like, and then it had words, but Kinder doesn't have words. Kinder just, or not just, but primarily has more letters, less words. So here we only have 3. But it just doesn't have as many words as the first grade had. I mean, it has some, but again, this is farther into the book. So then we've got some uppercase, some sentences. So this is Kinder. So the only one I don't have was first grade, which is what my daughter did last year, and it really was very similar to this, except this is just, Kinder's a lot more simpler, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go back over uppercase with that block system. Oops. And then start going into lowercase with the 2 lines. So that's Kinder. I don't have first. And then here is second. Whoa, sorry, you're falling. Here's second grade. This is printing power. Let's see. If I go to the front, this one looks very similar to me to first grade. Like, I almost didn't buy it because I felt it was so similar to first grade. I would love to have take my first grade one and set them side by side. But it always starts off with review of capitals. And then here is that first little lesson. So very similar to first grade, I feel. I wish I had the other one to do it. It is a little different, but yeah. So a lot. These seems a little smaller. So this is halfway through the book. So I think what the biggest difference is now we do more sentences. Because last year it took us a lot longer to get through all of these, it seems. I don't know. I mean, there's only 26 alphabets, but I don't know. I can't explain how they're different. It's hard to tell. But there definitely is more of this longer writing. More copywork, really. So, but what's neat is like they add in like geography and some like verbs, singular, plural. Really neat stuff. So yeah. And there's numbers in the back. So yeah. I wish I could really compare this to the first grader. When you look at the table of contents from first and second grade, they're about the same. There's way more of, like I said, this extra paragraphs and more activities, I guess, key to writing activities. So that is second. Then we typically choose to do this in second. I got it for Abby, but we're really working more on behavior with her, so we absolutely love this. I do have the teaching manuals again for all of these, but I look over them, figure out what I need, and then I kind of use it as I need to. But really, you can get away with this because it basically tells you curve up, and that's the language we use. But this is really simple. I should probably go. I'm not going to go as far. I'm going to start with A. So they do everything that starts with the magic C, which we learn in printing, and then they just continue that with cursive. So here's now they're doing the H. And they've got a handful of words. More words in practice. See what we got. Trying to find the halfway mark. So it was halfway. And I do like the difficult connections and things like that. They do what they call tow truck letters. And it's neat because they say, oh, tow truck, and he knows what I mean. But actually, Drew does all this. And then there's some activities and games that are neat that are kind of built in. So he has to take the word in print and then write it in cursive. That's pretty much it. So that is cursive handwriting. We absolutely love it. It's very easy. Now, after so many lessons, you have this review and mastery. After like 5 or 6 letters, you have your review and mastery. So it's like they do set of letters, review and mastery, set of letters. Okay, go, sorry. And they're based on kind of how they're similar. And then at the very end, you don't do a lot of capital. You do very, very short, brief lessons on capital, comparatively. So now this is what Drew will do, and we have not done this one. 1 second, buddy. And it seems, truthfully, hold on 1 second. Seems truthfully very similar, like when you compare the table of contents. But he does capitals, a lot more emphasis on capitals. They're a little bit smaller, so he's going to have to learn to print a little smaller. And just a little bit more copywork, I'd say. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. So like halfway through the book, he's doing capitals again. So it just seems to move just a little bit different. And again, kind of just like from the first to second. This is kind of neat. I haven't even looked through all of it, but it's kind of got this whole Greek glossary. So it seems like a little bit more activities the second go around. That's pretty much it. Graduation. So that's pretty much all the book. Okay, so that is basically our rundown. Our kids typically do like 1 letter a day for like the little ones, and so or like Abby would do, it ends up I think being like so here H is only on 1 page, so she would just do H. But if H was on the other page, that's a B, if you can tell. So she would only do the left side one day and then the right side the next day. So we just work at it 1 page at a time. We do school 4 days a week, so we typically just do 4 days a week. So, but like whoever has the pre-K book, which will be Ben this year, his ends up being 2 pages. But it's so simple. Drew does, he complains the most, but a lot of times his is 2 pages. Let me try to, once, please, no, you need to wait. You need to wait, no. You need to wait. So, it looks like this year, you know, he'll probably just do 1 page, but he has it's simple, a little bit more simplified here. I think this is the newer version. I think last year we had the older version, because just looking at this one, it already looks a little different, and I like it. But see here, he had to do left and right, but I didn't make him do all the words because he's not a big writer, so he had to do half. So he had to do one of the big sentences and one of those columns. So I did compromise a little bit, and so yeah, that's kind of what we do. But this year he's doing so much better with writing, and it looks like he doesn't have as much to write in 1 day. So we just do 1 letter a day. We work through it till we're done. Last year we finished at Christmas, and so this year I'm expecting we're starting later. So it's okay if we run later, because then we just review and we just call it a day. So if you have any questions, holler. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the little walkthrough. Thanks. Have a good day.